It is very common that there is currently the thought that the future of cars is in Tesla that works with electricity. But there is an option that could be much better than battery electric cars, and that is by feeding the cars with the most abundant resource of the universe, and the only byproduct was water. Hydrogen fuel cells hold great promise, but Elon Musk calls them silly and awesome even though they pose a threat to battery electric vehicles. There is a struggle between those two options: battery electric cars and hydrogen fuel cars. The electric vehicles most of us are familiar with today are battery electric vehicles, and the electric motor is powered by a battery that stores electricity, whereas a hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle like Toyota's Mirai generates electricity by combining hydrogen and oxygen, which then powers the car's electric motor. Tesla controls more than half of the US zero-emissions market, but only accounts for 2% of the nation's total car market. Long recharging times, range anxiety, and cost are the main reasons why that consumers are not making the switch to battery electric vehicles. Vehicles that use hydrogen fuel cells can recharge in 5 minutes and have a longer range. Tesla could face a series of new competitors in the zero-emission sector. The infrastructure expands and fuel cell vehicles gain converts. As for recharging, hydrogen vehicles have an advantage over battery vehicles. A Tesla can charge from 30% to 50% in 15 minutes at a supercharging station, but a full charge takes more than an hour. Fuel cell vehicles do not need to be recharged. A hydrogen station, like any other current gas station, can recharge the hydrogen tank in less than 5 minutes. This is because FCEVs do not store electricity like batteries, but rather generate it on demand to power the motor. In terms of autonomy, hydrogen vehicles seem to be once again ahead. The autonomy of the 3 fuel cell vehicles currently in circulation is 312, 360, and 380 miles respectively. The average autonomy of an electric vehicle is less than 250 miles. Although some Tesla models have a range of more than 300 miles, they are generally out of reach for normal car customers. Fuel cell vehicles will be the breakthrough of electric mobility, according to 78% of executives in the automotive sector. This is not to say that fuel cell vehicles do not have difficulties. More affordable FCEVs are needed. Manufacturers of automobiles are increasing the manufacture of FCEVs. For example, Toyota has multiplied its production capacity by 10 to lower the price of the Mirai. The lack of infrastructure is the real barrier for hydrogen fuel cells. Most of the US hydrogen stations are in California, where fuel cell owners can access just over 40 stations. A large network of hydrogen stations is needed for FCEVs to deliver the breakthrough that executives of the automotive sector await, and that is exactly what is currently being worked on. Tesla will face a tough fight as fuel cell vehicles gain ground. It will have to increase range and reduce recharging time and cost. However, due to the law of diminishing returns, Tesla and other electric vehicles of battery are limited, so a bigger battery is needed to extend the autonomy. The car would be heavier if the battery is bigger. After a certain point, the added weight does not provide a greater autonomy. It's just a numbers game when it comes to FCEVs. More hydrogen stations means more cars, which means more hydrogen fuel cell cars that are more affordable. Tesla has a 60% share of the zero-emission market in States United. However, this represents only 2% of the total US automobile market. When we talk about the world automobile market, this figure is reduced. The only thing holding it back is infrastructure, and if hydrogen fueling stations become more common, Tesla could lose its monopoly on the zero-emission vehicle market. For a mind-blowingly stupid technology that has the potential to become a serious competitor for the very customers chasing Tesla, but as part of attempts to promote green hydrogen, a converted version of the Tesla Model Y recently went on display in Germany. Participants at the event expressed the crossover as a hyper-hybrid. Teslas are the most popular electric vehicles in the world, so employing one to draw attention to anything is quite useful. However, using the Tesla name to promote the use of hydrogen is highly doubtful. If you're enjoying this video, Don't forget to like it, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we upload a new video. Elon Musk is adamantly opposed to hydrogen, citing its inefficiency compared to battery electric vehicles as one reason. The Model Y is one of the most efficient electric vehicles on the market in its original form, and turning it into a hydrogen car would make it much less efficient and therefore less respectful of the environment. The ultimate goal was to develop and market cars that were both fuel efficient and environmentally friendly, whereas turning the Model Y into a synthetic methanol-powered car seems to defeat that purpose. Plus the idea of using a Tesla vehicle to draw more attention to hydrogen, which some might consider a mistake. Elon Musk is not alone in his skepticism about the application of hydrogen in cars. Herbert Diess, CEO of the Volkswagen Group, also spoke on the subject, stating that green hydrogen should not be used for cars. Musk and Diess are high-profile figures at the helm of major companies that wield enormous power and influence. Yet it seems that not everyone in the auto industry agrees with these two. Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles have been created by Toyota and Hyundai, while other smaller manufacturers, such as River Simple, are also developing hydrogen-powered vehicles. The BMW Group also announced that they have started testing hydrogen fuel cells in their vehicles, highlighted the long-term potential of the technology to complement internal combustion engines, plug-in hybrid systems, and battery electric vehicles. While these products clearly don't account for the bulk of car sales right now, the fact that so many companies are working on fuel cell options shows that the technology has potential. As governments around the world struggle by establishing low or zero-emission transportation systems, a wide range of industries are beginning to investigate the use of hydrogen fuel cells in larger vehicles. In an interview with the CEO of Daimler Truck, asked about the debate around hydrogen fuel cells and electric ones, Martin Dem argued that the key to success was to maintain a balance and bet on both options because both have sense, he said, explaining how different technologies will be appropriate in different scenarios. Martin's observations about fuel cells hint at the possibility that they may one day find a place in the heavier modes of transportation that travel long distances, carry loads, and in some cases move people. Although there is enthusiasm for the use of hydrogen fuel cells in a number of applications, the road to widespread adoption may not be that smooth. The race to control the low and zero-emission transportation future of the 21st century is on. Definitely keep an eye on hydrogen fuel in the coming years. Well, subscribers, this has been all for today's video. Tell us, do you think the future will be dominated by electric cars and hydrogen fuel cells? Let us know your opinion in the comments box. Do not leave without giving us a like, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notification bell so that you are the first to know when we upload a new video to our channel.